What's up, Falcon fans and non-Falcon fans? On today's episode of Falcon Cave, where you guys watch gameplay while I will discuss Falcon topics, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And today's topic, we're going to talk about 5 free agency for defense players that I think we should consider in coming into the 2023 campaign. So, on that note, let's get started with number 5. David Long Jr., West Virginia, linebacker, drafted by the Tennessee Titans back in 2019. And played for an incredible 4 years. So before we talk about the positive, why I think he'd be a good asset, I want to talk about 2 negatives I have noticed. First of all, he doesn't get sacks. He doesn't get a lot of pressures. They don't ask him to be that thumper linebacker because Rashaan Evans was that guy. And also, he's kind of been injury prone, not majorly, but I have noticed in the past 4 years, he has missed almost 2 to 5 games per season, but I don't think that should be too alarming. That's why I'm saying we should draft him for a 2 to 3 year contract. And the real reason why I want him to be part of this organization is because he knows Dean Pease defensive scheme. He knows Rashaan Evans. They have been teammates, roommates with each other, and so they fit each other well in the defensive scheme that I think it might be lacking in the linebacking core this year. Not too badly, but I do think he's a great coverage linebacker, and we need that, especially when we're going against our division rivals where the offense, running backs, and tight ends will just get big gain yards out of the middle field, and we need a linebacker who can cover that. Excellent. I know he can do a great job. His interceptions for the past 2 years has been 2 interceptions each, and that's pretty good, I think. So he does, and he has a lot of pass deflection, so down the middle he can handle his business, and that's what I really like about him. And he's still pretty young, you guys. So in that theory, that's why I would like to have him as one of our new recruits. Okay, on to number 4. Another linebacker I'm interested in is Roquan Smith out of Georgia. Played for the Chicago Bears and now played for the Baltimore Ravens for 1 year. And I know he's an inside linebacker, but he can also play outside as well. And he's pretty dominant inside. And this is my only reason why I think we can get him, and we should get him, is either Walker, we cut Walker, or Rashaan Evans, signed by a different team. And I know stated earlier about David Long Jr. situation, but let's just say if Evans go, this must be a hit target we must collect, because this man is dominant forcer. He's basically like a Rashaan Evans, but a lot younger, and I think a little bit more talented. Not saying Rashaan Evans is not talented enough, but I think most people rather have Roquan Smith if they can. There's a lot of negative things about him, about his games, his technique. Everything is such a. There's a reason why he was a top 10 draft pick, back a long time ago in the 2018 draft class, right? And so I'm hoping we can get him. Now, if somehow, Rashaan Evans, if we sign him back and we can have Roquan Smith on, have him and Rashaan Evans on both, and then have the backup Andrews as a backup so he can learn from Roquan Smith. That's a bonus right there too. So you can learn from the master. So in that value, we need pass rushers. We need someone to I'm trying to make this easier for people to comprehend. He made the Ravens much better when they traded to get him. The Ravens weren't. They're a good defense in general, but when this earlier year, if you look back at the statistics, they were not pulling the numbers they usually pull until they got Roquan Smith into their dorm rooms, right? And that off switch became an on switch. It's day and night compared to what they've been doing with Roquan Smith. So if we can get him, this defense will be tremendously 100% a lot better. So on that note, we gotta get him. Okay, so on to number 3. James Bradberry, ex-Carolina Panther, ex-New York Giant, and currently under contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. First string corner, besides Darius Slater, is the man, the myth, the legend, number 24, 30-year-old cornerback that the Carolina Panthers cut ties with him 4 years ago, back in 2016 through 2019. Thought his career was done. I thought his career was done until he went with the Giants and did pretty good. And then the last year who was pretty good with the Giants. Surprised they didn't sign him back. But then the Eagles saw potential and they signed him back. And my God, he has improved tremendously with coverage. You know, man to man, that was one of his biggest faults when he was with Carolina. And now he is primed to come back to prime time. And that's the ATL. And why not take up a powerful cornerback that the Carolina Panthers tried to develop and now reap the benefits of that? That's incredible. We have to sign Bradberry. Now, Casey Hayward, he has not been disappointed. Injury bug just derailed him, and I don't know if he's going to be the same for next year. So why not go dip our toes in the free agency and get the best corner that's coming out besides Patrick Peterson, but he's kind of old at this point, but he's still kicking it. But I like James Bradberry just a little bit more, just because they're rubbing it in the Carolina faces. And besides, he can handle his own. He's 6'1", so he's tall. We need tall corners, especially against Mike Evans. Well, God damn, Mike Evans just killed Carolina. Woo! Remember the old days when Julio Jones killed the Carolinas too? Oh, those good times. Good times. Before, you know, Julio Jones betrayed us. Besides that point, 15 pass deflected, and that's pretty good. That's tied for second in the NFL right now. So I know he's a baller. And besides, he's like fine wine. He's going to get better when he gets a lot older. And God dang it, we got the money to get him into the ATL, so why not? Okay, so now for number 2, Daron Payne, defensive tackle, out of the great state of Alabama. I don't know if that's a really good southern voice. Sorry about that. But no, I love this old Thundercat back from 2018 when he was drafted in the first round. I wanted him so badly, but we had a high draft pick, so there was no way we were going to get him. Instead, we got Calvin Ridley. I'm not upset about that, but still, I wanted this guy because I knew he had potential. I knew he had greatness. This man is a freak of nature. This man is 6'3", you guys. Weighs 320 pounds of pure hatred and determination to rip anybody's head off. And we need this cat. We have to get this guy. Now, his first year, it was amazing. I mean, outstanding. He should have been, you know, Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he got it. I can't remember. But he should have been nominated if he didn't. But he keep climbing, you know, in 2019, outstanding, 2020, outstanding, 2021, outstanding, and 2022, goals set high on all categories, 11.5 sacks. Okay, you guys, incredible, and 5 pass deflections, and one of those pass deflections, he won the game for them, and guess what game that was? Against us. You know, when he tipped the ball. Sad times, dark times, man. But we rectified that if we signed Daron Payne to a huge extension, because at the end of the day, we gotta help Grady Jerry, my bad. We want to make sure that he doesn't want to leave this franchise and wants to continue playing his career here to hopefully win us a Super Bowl. And he needs help. We need to give him help, much help as possible. And this is one Thundercat we gotta get. Okay, for the number 1. Is someone very familiar, like Javon Hargrave, defensive tackle, coming from the great state of NC State. You know, played for the Eagles, but first played his career with the Pittsburgh Steelers for 4 years, and now played with the Eagles 3 years. And he's another. He's a little older, so he's 29. If I'm presumably thinking that's correct. And he has a pretty good career so far, 37.5 sacks in total. So that's pretty good for a defensive tackle. Now, he also has 11 sacks this year. Last year, he had 7.5 sacks last year. And the only reason why I kind of started recognizing him, when he dominated against us with Matt Ryan with 3 sacks, if you guys recall. Scary times. But I always knew he existed. I just couldn't really picture, you know, his name when people mentioned him back in the past, because, you know, he was kind of like with the Steelers, but when he came to the Eagles, oh yeah, he showed, you know, what he can do, mostly because, you know, we play in the same conference, so probably that's why. But no, he's another guy we gotta get, helping the defensive tackle position, helping the front 7, helping bully everybody that's opposing them. This is must. We gotta get these guys. I cannot examine this enough, you guys. We gotta get these guys at all costs. So those are my top 5 picks. If you guys like this type of content, let me know. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends and foes. Until the next episode, what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Until the next episode, show love and peace to the world, and peace.